Well, now you've seen the wonderful activity and why students could get pretty motivated and pretty engaged in the mathematics of how to do this. So what we'd like to cover with you next is the classroom materials, how to access them, and how to implement this in the classroom in particular. And I'll start off with how to implement it in the classroom. Okay. As you can see, we have 6 different problem sets for which there's a workbook and simulator problems to do and a teacher guide, etc. And we start off with the introduction to air traffic control. That's the video you saw, the 6-minute video on air traffic control and the simulator. So your students watch that, and then there's a short workbook where they answer some questions just so you can assess that they got what they should get out of the video. Our experience was all the students get it from the video very well. Then you can go into the simple route change problems. There are 2 plane problems, and there are more complicated 3-plane problems. Then once that's done, there's the mathematics of speed change effects on distance travel. This is Gabby and Tanisha and some real problems of plotting on a jet route. So once students are comfortable and have done that, then they can come down and tackle 2 plane problems with speed changes and the very challenging 3-plane problems with speed changes. We thought when we developed this that if we could get half the 8th graders to solve 3-plane problems, we'd hit a grand slam home run. And one day at the end of one of our beta testing, a student came in and he put his hand up, and I said yes, and he said, "I did all the 3-plane problems at home last night. Do you have anything more challenging?" And so that played out as we did more and more beta testing, so we had to go home at night. So there are 4- and 5-plane problems. There are 4- and 5-plane problems here that your students can use as challenge problems. There's no support for that other than an answer book for you. Classroom implementation. When we originally did this in our beta testing, we had teachers have the students go through the workbooks, learn the math, and then as a reward go to the simulator and try it. When we did the national pilot test, we got feedback from a lot of teachers that it was much more effective to let the students try the class of problems that you're working with on them and see if they can solve it. And what the students quickly find out, no matter how good a video gamer are, they cannot get the time right. They might get the spacing right. And so that motivates them to learn the math. Then they go back to the math workbooks knowing that they're going to get on the simulator again and see if they can meet the time challenges. And they do very, very well at that. The materials that you can use are listed here. For student materials, you've seen all of our movies, basically. There's a workbook for each problem set. You've seen the simulator. There's a tutorial guide, and there's a quick start guide as well. The educator materials, for each, there's a 2-page quick start guide about how to get set up and just do a class quickly. There's a very robust educator guide. It's only available online. You don't really need to look at it unless you're interested in a lot of the background. Teacher guide for each problem with the answers for the workbooks and the simulator solutions. And then the solutions to all 40-something simulator problems are there as well. So those are the materials. What Miriam will tell you about now is how to access those materials.
Well, you're already there on the virtual campus. Click the Smart Skies link. You will go to our website, smartskies.nasa.gov. This is a teacher website. It's the Smart Skies homepage, and this is for teacher access to all of the Smart Skies materials. You'll see Fly-By Math is one of the Smart Skies activity sets on the left, and Line Up with Math is on the right. That's the one that we've shown you today. If you click to go to Line Up with Math, you'll see the Line Up with Math homepage. Again, this is a teacher page. It's not for students because it has the answers to all the problems. We'll show you a student website in just a moment. But let's take a closer look at this teacher page. There are 2 ways to access the materials. The first way, up at the top, is using the navigation bar. You'll see a button for teacher materials, a button for student materials. The standards button, we're very proud of that. We've aligned to all the state math standards for grades 5 through 9. And at the time we did this, only 2 states in the country had a common set of standards, so that was a lot of aligning to do. We also have a Contact Us button there in case you have any questions for us. You can send us an email. We have a Videos button so you can find all the wonderful videos. And at the bottom of the page, you'll see that we have the materials grouped by problem, and we also have a big simulator button. If you click that simulator button, it takes you to the simulator homepage, which is also the student page, atcsim.nasa.gov. And there, if you click that simulator icon, you run the simulator right over the internet. We have a wonderful education partnership with the FAA. And what that enables you to do is to go to the FAA website, the URL is there, find your education representative for your region, and he or she can arrange for an air traffic controller to come and visit your class, or for you to take your students to an air traffic control facility. And again, just like all the Smart Skies materials, this is free. We'd like to close with a video that we were asked to make for a website that features careers in aviation, and they asked us would we make a video for students about careers in air traffic control. And here you'll see the students using the simulator that you just learned to use.
Over there. Those 3 planes are gonna crash. Oh my God. You're like a menace.
You're like a backseat air traffic controller.
Dude, your mouse has a flat. What are you guys doing? No, what are you doing?
He has to slow the Delta plane down so it doesn't jam up with American and United.
The pilots have to follow my instructions. They have no choice.
Airplane pilots don't fly alone. They're directed by air traffic controllers who tell pilots where to go and how fast. It's like the ultimate game, except air traffic controllers move real planes with real people. Think you can handle it?
I'm not going to.
NASA Smart Skies has a free simulator available on the web.
Hurry up and slow American down.
Okay, quiet. You guys just keep panicking. Just shush.
We're trying to help you.
I can do this myself.
You get to control multiple airplanes headed for the same destination.
Southwest is really close. Watch out. What are you doing?
Definitely don't do that.
You can do this. Come on. Oh, you only have a little bit of time. Hurry up. You're almost there yet. Come on. Look, you can do it. Yes.
A little late.
Not bad.
Let me play. I want to be the controller. I'm after her.
If you're ready to play, go to www.atcsim.nasa.gov. Smart Skies, what's on your radar screen?
We're just so glad that you spent the time with us to do this. We hope you find the activity very productive here with us today, and we encourage you to use the materials on our website. And if you have any questions, we're always glad to answer them. Just use the contact button. And so thank you from both Miriam and I.